Kathy Vick, Deeply Awake. Well, hello everyone. I want to drop in titling this piece, I'm trusting my process. Because I am. And it's reached a new level. And so I wanted to mention it. Because the question I always have when before I come to you is, when I'm having a thought group or that kind of thing, all right, is this going to help anybody? Will this is this useful? Those are my sort of the things that I run things through. Is this something that would lift somebody up? So I don't come in the middle of distress. I come when there is clarity, resolution, or understanding of some sort. So this morning the question was that, because I felt that zing of, ooh, yeah, I want to express. Well, what do I have to express? And of course, today was, I have so much. Yesterday, you didn't see me. It was a work day. Not just real work, but work. Today, the feeling I have that I want to convey is one that came to me yesterday, actually, and has just gotten stronger. It's happened to me a few times with a few things that I can assure you made me question a few things. Made me question my own value as a human being, as a parent, as a, well, pick a role. Big things. And some could say dark things. But, I realize, golly, as I'm driving to some place that's going to be difficult or handling something that is conflicted, I am now thinking to myself actively, well, the other stuff in my life is worked out. I mean, uncannily and eerily so. What makes me think that it's this slice of my life that is untouched by that synchronicity and inspiration? What is it that makes me think this particular problem is separated from all that good? So that's always a helpful thought. And another one that I think is not so much about, well, I've been through worse. No, there are some things that as you're driving to them, you're going to be different afterwards. Something's going to change. Something's going to happen. So, during those moments, I think to myself, let the outcome be for the highest good for all involved. Let the outcome be gentle. Let the outcome lift everyone involved. Let the highest good be revealed. I know of no better prayer. Cryon just put a new video out, or a new recording out. Talks about wild cards. That's the word that has been inserted many times into my brain pan the last week and a half or so. Just every now and then, as I cast my gaze over what's happening inside people, inside this country, it's my thought. So, the bottom line is that if there is no foundation, if there's no center, if there's no I, then I have trouble. And for the longest time, I didn't know who I was, what that meant, what I was referring to. I mentioned in a very recent video that I didn't sense a maturity, or was that the word? There was something missing from my verbal sharings that is not missing in my writing. And I tried to focus in on what that was. But I've realized the last couple of days that really what it is I didn't entirely trust that the content was consistently good and something that I could trust. And I just hadn't fully brought it in. But the last few days, there's been a change in that regard, and last night really brought it home. I was gratefully readying for sleep, and it had been a tough day, and I thought I'd put on my own voice. Sometimes it's very soothing to me. And I watched the video I did about coming out as an ascensionist. And something happened. I watched that like I was an observer and only peripherally involved. And I was floored. And afterwards I was very proud. I trust what I have to say. Trust it. There's a cohesiveness there, coherence. Even, doesn't matter how scattered, doesn't matter. There's a framework there. And it's a framework that I'm not consciously cooking up. And it's beautiful. And it makes sense. In the bigger picture, it makes a lot of sense. And the content makes sense. And I trust it. For me. And I got over that feeling that I was responsible for someone else, anyone else, with this about a week ago, thankfully. So, really, look in or not, it does not matter to me. It's wonderful if people do, and I want them to, obviously. No writer wants to go unread. No speaker wants to go unheard. But, it's satisfying for me. I trust myself. And so I'm going to tack it on. I listened to a Cryon recording yesterday in a lull, and it was needed. And what they had to say, the reason I'm going to tack it along with this one, well, they had a lot to say. And a lot of it was about this process. And it was toward the end of the recording, but it was made extremely plain. This is about the old soul getting it, as they say, cognizing it, as Heinlein called it, grokking. Really grokking it. It means bringing it in and inhabiting it and living it. It's no longer a theory. It's no longer a hope. It's no longer a plan. It is real and it's happening right now. And I trust that too. So, I trust my process. What can I say? What this means to me, though, to conclude, we'll take it a step further, Kath. Come on. Come on. Think of something else in your life that you're not too thrilled about. that saps you, drains you, beats you up. All right, now let's apply that metric. Just a minute. All right, fine. This situation is also right now for the highest good. But this right now is not the one I'm referring to. I see overall that this is not a good situation, that I am being taxed, and that it's just a lot more work than I'd like. It's a lot more effort than I'd prefer to expend. And I certainly understand the help that I'm providing. However, there's something to be said for self-care, for gentleness in my days, for ease. Those are the things I want more of in my life. So, yes, I ask that there be resolution and that something easier, more gentle come out of this right away. I'm happy to have it move right away, but I want it in gentleness to all parts of self. Gentle, gentle. And in the meantime, I'm going to believe this is for my highest good and the highest good of all involved. But more than that, I'm going to know, not just believe. Something very fundamental. That what's in my life that I don't like is not there to abuse me or hurt me. That I called it there for whatever reason. And I don't have to worry on why. It doesn't matter. If it no longer serves me and no longer feels good, then I don't have to tussle with it. I just have to dismiss it. It's not mine. Therefore, why would I think that this particular area of my life is off limits to blessings? Why would I think that? It only takes a moment now. The darkness that is all around it has a taste. It's thick. It's so recognizable. In a way, I feel like I'm a girl again. I feel like the world is being painted with primary colors, and it's pretty easy to find my way around. Pretty obvious what people are running. I don't really have to question it a whole lot. And it's nice. There's not a lot that's hidden anymore. Some, but not a lot. I'm beginning to realize that I really am, with very few exceptions, I am the most sparkly in the room, with very few exceptions. And I'm also the oldest, the wisest. That sometimes makes me the most eccentric. But I am also in possession of an energy that people tend to like. So, the last few days, it's becoming more and more palpable how much I really like myself, trust myself, and think about God, Creator. That's the thing with the cryon tape. It was a thought that I really liked. Excuse me. They were saying that you have to really believe it That's the idea. That's the crux of it. You have to grok it. It has to become part of you. And I think this videotaped library is a testament to disbelief being broken apart, and someone who had tremendous training and tremendous doubt finally got a few things figured out. Great. Super, super fantastic. Now what? Well, now the play begins. Not the production, but the play, the fun. Because, you know, it may look as if the stakes have gotten really high, but as far as I'm concerned, they're a lot lower now. It just feels so much better around here and inside me. So, I trust my process. I trust that the things that are in my life are there because I need them to be, and I am actively saying how I want things. And there's nothing wrong with gentleness, ease, peace, joy, simple pleasures, authentic sharing, true caring. I'm so thrilled that these are the qualities that I hold so dear. I'm thrilled what I've become, who I've become. And then I know who that I is. Because I didn't before. Not like now. So Kitty and me are going to say thank you for hanging out with us. We're going to get going now. There's more to do. Always is more to do. So, blessings be to you this day on the 30th of November. We walk into the December energies now, and I'm so ready. I'm so ready. Bring it on. Bring it on.